Hey, Jason here from Simply Swider. So, if your Kenmore dishwasher won't start and you're just staring at an unresponsive control panel, don't worry. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to fix it. Most of these fixes cost less than 30 bucks and can save you a couple hundred on a service call. Before we start, remember to always disconnect power at the breaker before doing any electrical work on your dishwasher. Before we get started, if you run into any questions, jump into our Facebook group. Links in the description. We've got thousands of people helping each other fix their appliances, and I pop in there daily to help out. So the most common culprit is actually the control lock feature. This happens when someone accidentally activates the lock, and suddenly none of your buttons do anything. You'll know this is your problem when you see CL on the display or there's a red locked light glowing at you. I had this customer last month who was convinced her dishwasher was dead. Turns out her toddler had been playing with the buttons. The fix is super simple. Locate your lock button. It's usually labeled heated dry, China gentle, or top rack only, and may have a small padlock icon next to it. Press and hold it for 3 to 5 seconds until you hear a beep and that locked light turns off. If one button doesn't work, try the others. Those Kenmore Elite models are notorious for using different button combinations. Next up is a blown thermal fuse, and this one's sneaky because it looks like your dishwasher is completely dead. No lights, no response to buttons, nothing, even though you've got power at the outlet. This little safety fuse cuts all power to the control board when things get too hot. Here's how you tackle it. First, disconnect power at the breaker. You'll need a Phillips head screwdriver and a multimeter. Remove the inner door panel by unscrewing the bottom screws, and you'll see a small white cylindrical fuse near the control board. It's about the size of your thumb. Test it with a multimeter for continuity. If it's open, that's your problem. Replace it with a new fuse and make sure you use the new wiring harness that comes with the kit. Don't try to reuse the old wires. Learned that one the hard way. Door latch problems are pretty common too, and you'll know it when the start light starts flashing at you. The dishwasher thinks the door is open, so it refuses to send power to the motor. Listen when you close the door. If you don't hear a solid click or the door doesn't feel tight, that's your clue. Sometimes it's just broken plastic tongues in the latch assembly. Other times it's the micro switches inside that have gone bad. With your multimeter set to continuity mode, test each micro switch by placing the probes on the switch terminals and pressing the actuator pin down. You should hear a beep when the switch is pressed if it's working properly. Don't ask me how I know this, but sometimes just cleaning debris out of the latch area brings it back to life. When your start button specifically stops working but other lights still come on, you're dealing with touchpad failure. The internal contacts wear out over time or the ribbon cable gets corroded. Here's a neat trick. Unplug the keypad from the control board and close the door. If the drain pump runs for 2 minutes, you know the touchpad is shot and needs replacing. Before you order a new one, though, check that ribbon cable for corrosion. Sometimes cleaning it with a pencil eraser actually works. The drain pump issue catches people off guard because they don't realize the dishwasher has to drain before it'll start a new cycle. If there's standing water in your tub and you hear humming or vibrating from underneath for more than 30 seconds without water movement, that's your drain pump struggling. This diagnosis should only take about 2 minutes to confirm. Clean out that filter at the bottom, check your sink's air gap for clogs, and make sure if you've got a garbage disposal that the knockout plug was removed when it was installed. If the pump hums but doesn't actually move water, you're looking at a replacement. The thermal fuse is your cheapest fix. You're looking at 20 to 37 bucks for the part. This is definitely a DIY repair, and honestly, it's one of the most common failures I see. The tricky part is that a lot of people think their control board is dead when it's really just this little fuse. Always use that new wiring harness that comes with the replacement. Don't try to splice into the old wires. Door latch assemblies run about 75 bucks. And the good news is you can often just replace the switches inside rather than the whole assembly. This is a moderate difficulty repair. You'll need to remove some panels, but it's not rocket science. Sometimes the plastic tongues just break off and you can see the problem right away. Touchpads are more expensive, anywhere from $100 to $150. This one's a bit trickier to install because you're dealing with that ribbon cable connection. You can find these at appliance parts stores or online. Before you replace it, definitely try cleaning that ribbon cable with a pencil eraser. I've seen that work more times than I care to admit. All right, let's talk money and whether these repairs are worth doing yourself. We're looking at parts ranging from basically free for a control lock reset up to about 350 for major components. Most of these fixes are going to save you between 100 and 200 bucks compared to calling someone like me out. Now you can see right there on your screen the most common Kenmore models that run into these starting issues. Take a look and see if your model number shows up. These are the units I work on most often for these exact problems. The elite models especially seem to have their own quirks with the control lock sequences. That's how you tackle a Kenmore dishwasher that won't start. Most of the time, it's going to be that control lock or a blown thermal fuse, both super easy fixes. Work through these solutions from simplest to most complex, and you'll likely get your dishwasher running again without spending a fortune. Here's your quick troubleshooting checklist. First, check for control lock. Look for CL on display. Second, verify power at the outlet if completely dead. Third, listen for door latch click when closing. Fourth, test if other buttons work besides start. Finally, check for standing water in the tub. Start with number one and work your way down. If you guys know someone who's having appliance troubles, please send them the link to this video or a link to my channel where I have tons of other videos showing how to fix pretty common issues with appliances, sometimes for free or as little cost as possible. It sure beats having a repairman come out and spending several hundred for them to fix it when it could be something so simple. If this helped you get your Kenmore dishwasher working again, hit that like button and drop a comment below. Let me know which fix worked for you. Really helps other people with the same problem. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. We'll get this out to more folks who need to save some time and money. Thanks for watching, and I hope you guys have a great day.